Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to Monster Train 2. Let's do a new run. I think I have to re-random everything. Yeah. Rip on, Luna Coven Secondary last time we were playing, but I gotta get better at the Dragon Clan. Hopefully we're not playing Dragon Clan today. No, it's Orkai, Banished, Dominion Pyre, Knockback Archeon, Damage Shield, Cherub, and Melee Weakness, Seraph. So, I have a thought immediately, just because of the Seraph, of what if I take the Orkai that has like the reanimate and the explosions and we try to work him into the build in some fashion. I don't like that version of him because you can't keep him alive until a turn has passed, which means you can't play him on the bottom floor and have him act as a sweeper. I think that path of Orkai needs to start with one turn of reanimate and unstable built into the character, because then from the beginning he can start exploding. But we'll see what our options are. Remove equipment and apply plus 30 attack. I don't really have too much equipment except for bad equipment. Well, shift equipment. Retreat, apply dazed 1. We could daze enemies. Friendly units gain life steal 2. I feel like life steal is not exactly what you want with Orkai. Strike, shift, demonic fledgling. Having one of them in the deck, he's a pretty good unit if we can maybe like multi-strike him and get him moving. But I think we'll go, I don't know. Let's go with, Horrify. We get 2 birds and damage shield potion. I guess damage shield could block unstable, like from Orkai. It won't kill him, I don't think. Then again, I don't really remember how the unstable works. Oh, we have no mixers! Oh, that's so bad. We need the mixers to incant with him, to give him more reanimates as quickly as possible. Oh, man. Okay, we can get Trample, which we don't really need too much of. Or Valor adds more attack per stack. We have a Valor gaining unit, but he also gains Rage. The Songbirds don't really do that much on their own, and we don't have anything in the deck currently that actually gives us Valor. We're gonna add 2 unit drafts after this card. Do I want my entire deck to just be units? No, we need something else. I guess maybe a couple of Liquid Courages in the deck is fine. Okay, we need Test Subject Alpha. Better than Pincushion, we have no equipment. Revenge, gain Valor, ability Slam. I guess Firebrand is one of the best tanks, so we'll take them as well. So we have a lot of stuff in the deck. Tons of stuff. I don't know if any of this stuff is good, but we have it. So Resolve, reanimate unstable. The turn that you play Orkai, he doesn't have those stacks. So he's not going to be able to explode and act as an AoE unit. If he's never getting hit, like, I think we'll take him just because I want to try to like experiment with that and work around it a little bit more. I would have probably preferred the Incant version. We've already done max level with all of these though, so. Unstable 18. Let's go with the big Orkai. Explosion, Resolve, reanimate, unstable, and we'll see what we can do with it. But, so if he doesn't have the stacks of unstable and reanimate, then that means on turn 1, if we play him and a unit hits him, then he'll just die and then nothing will happen. So you need to put tanks in front of him to keep him alive on turn 1. But if you do that, then on subsequent turns, the enemies will hit the tank instead of Orkai and won't get that triggered explosion. Because if he is the tank and the enemies hit him first, then they will cause an explosion which will wipe out the other enemies on the field, so he can kind of act as a pseudo tank. We don't need him as a sweeper because we literally have test subject alpha, but I guess we'll still put him in, I suppose. It's just gonna be weird. It's gonna be a little weird. I will play a Firebrand because we're gonna need some damage to kill the boss. You piece of garbage. You know, I can still kill you. Orkai is starting to explode now, so every time he explodes, he will do 6 damage. Next turn, he'll do 12 damage on his death explosion. As long as there's no spikes, he won't kill himself in the process. My units are struggling. They do be struggling hard. I could just let test subject go. Next turn, we will get an explosion out of Orkai killing any of the AoE stuff that we have to deal with. And then we could just maybe Valor up on an upper floor here. You're not gaining any Valor, unfortunately, but we can Valor up the Firebrand, which might be able to keep her going a little bit, and then maybe we have like a better opportunity to kill the boss that moves up, but none of our units have particularly a lot of HP right now. So you have 1 reanimate. So you will explode for 36. Yes, that is happening. If I put down a Firebrand, that doesn't make you live any longer. You're basically dead when you hit the spikes. I think on this turn, we're gonna put the armor on you so that you die as you move up. And I think I'm gonna do the same thing here, just to make sure that you die before you get the Pyre for 4. I'll take the 1 damage, save the 4 damage. I could daze you twice, or I could just play the Firebrand, which will burn through your rage, but you know, I can still burn through your rage by horrifying you twice. I could also lifesteal, reanimate, or spikes, which doesn't really matter too much, I think, up there. This would do maybe like 45 damage to you just by playing Firebrand. You'll hit for 14 and then less and then less. Yeah, you know what? It burns through your rage, which I like. And you're dead on this floor, okay. So we're at least making it through the first combat, and you know, we're not completely dead, but we need anything and everything. A healing weapon is absurd. Trample and Strike is also really good with our test subjects. Quick Sweep Trample is pretty nice, but I think I'd rather have some survivability. We could put that on the Firebrand so that if they lose health, they can heal. We could put it even on Orkai so that maybe he doesn't, he can stack up the reanimate maybe for bigger boss waves. He could be like a relentless killer. I don't know if that would work, but I still like having that in the deck. Friendly units advance on Strike. We might want to build a Strike shift floor. So I'm gonna take the room. There's a couple of units that I really like to see with this. Endless Dualism, reanimate plus 20. Heavenly Slam. Slam. Move to a targeted location on any floor, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to this unit's health and armor. That's a pretty good blocker. He's expensive, but that's because you can play him on any floor. You don't really need him to be a tank with the Firebrands though, because the Firebrands are your Valor tank. So I don't think we need a host guard. We have Dualism, which we're gonna play on probably a Firebrand. We could play it on a Demonic Fledgling and then he can get more rage on shift, but I think we want a tank, which means Dualism Valor. I don't think we need a host guard tank, but he's a new unit. He's a big boy. I also like this on Demonic Fledgling, maybe if we get a multi-strike, but honestly a multi-strike on the Firebrand would also kick ass. whatever. Firebrand gets dualism first. We're not gonna reroll, we're just gonna spend our money. 3 energy is too much to replay with Endless. I don't want that. We could give you Reanimate. Probably unnecessary. Could give maybe a test subject, just more HP. That way they can survive a bit longer. Could also make it endless, that way they come back, but I would prefer like a large stone. Something that means I can put this unit down and then not have to care about whether or not they die. I think I might just save my money at this point. I think that's not the best shot that we could have picked up, but there's another one coming up. You've got a few spikes, you do damage, enemy units appear on each floor, they're 3-1, no problem. So we will. I want Firebrand out getting hit, but if I play the Firebrand, I can't, I could stop all of the enemies from hitting the Pyre. It's gonna be, well, but I'd have to play a quick unit behind the Firebrand. There's your problem. Yeah, okay. Well, you know what then? Firebrand at the bottom, have her function as a tank, test subject on the top. So the Firebrand is still gonna be getting hit, tanking the damage, and then Valoring up. I like it, I like it. And then you can just come out here and just not do anything because it's not like you're ever going to be able to attack. You're gonna be a bit of a problem, but I have the Penitent Blood Suit for that. You can't heal, you're unstable. I don't know why I thought that I could keep Orakai alive with this. He is literally just dying every turn. You're taking a lot, surprisingly. You're not. Let's... give you the Blood Suit. Now you're gonna take 60, we only have to do 11 damage, which we have. You're dead. Oh, but you have a healer. But you're taking 5. And we're doing 60. Yeah, you're dead. Then let's put the health on you because you're actually pretty strong. Let's give you something. I gave you 2 lifesteal. Yeah, why not? I don't know, it's not really accomplishing that much, but that's fine. Penitent Blood Suit, it's good right now, but it will very quickly outscale its usefulness. And right now the Zephyr Room is completely useless as well. I don't know what to do with that. Maybe we'll find something. All right, we have 16 Valor, we are killing you. Orakai is doing something, I guess. Like, her damage scales very nicely. She's hitting for 94 there. We need to give her multi-strike and then probably dupe her. Trample, strike, equipment, reanimate, and can't gain unstable. Apply unstable and deal 5 damage explosive reaction. We have some sweep built into the deck, so I don't think we need a direct damage spell. Trample and equipment, I really do like the idea of, and this is a good one. So even though we have another curse in the deck, I'm gonna take it. And Windblade is a really nice addition as well. So we have lots of equipment currently. Quick Dualism, 20 health, Valor. Quick Dualism, 20 health, Valor. Quick Dualism, 20 health, Valor. Well, I think out of all of this, I like Hook Hand. To be able to pull an enemy to the front and then daze them can really save a lot of damage on our side. We're gonna need capacity and energy though. Like, we have some expensive stuff in this deck. So Firebrand number 2 might get the other dualism. And then I think I might just... We have the money. We can do like a quick health upgrade on Test Subject Alpha and then reroll. Because we have so many units in the deck, we have a lot that needs to be upgraded. More units than normal, so going to these shops and getting good upgrades is important. So Firebrand with multi-strike is going to kick ass. We could also put that on the Demonic Fledgling, but I think Valor on the tank is where it's at. Host Guard, if I ever do play you, a 1 pip is what I would want you to be. $14 damage, we could put that on a test subject, just to have something doing a little bit more damage. And Alcove. Yeah, of course! You're gonna give me this now. I hate you, game. You are the absolute worst. But what the hell do we duplicate? We have so much in the deck, so many units. Like, I don't know, 5 times Firebrand. If we can remove every other unit from the deck, that's not bad, but we're not getting hit that often. 1 per floor is what we need. We already have a second one, so maybe just a single duplication of the good Firebrand. It's not great, but, you know, I don't have any 10 out of 10 units to duplicate, especially with the thickness of our deck. We wouldn't even be able to draw all those copies of her. So we want a Firebrand. We also want a Firebrand. And then, I don't know, Orkai at the top. He's gonna take the aggro of the boss, but that's not too bad. Do you push? You do push, okay. I want the equipment. I want to... You're gonna die when you move up. I'm not worried about any of those minions. Let's save 1 damage and... Damage, shield, valor. I mean, that's so, like, not important. But we don't need damage on you either. I guess I will play it. So this is Trample and Rage on Strike, which I gotta admit is pretty good. We could then Windblade the Fledgling behind. So now he's scaling. You are gonna knock me around a bit though, which is unfortunate, but I might be able to daze you. We have a test subject, which I could play. I might just play the Calcified Ember though. Like, just get it out of the deck. I think we have absolutely the time to do it. I can't believe you're not gonna be in the front. This is a problem. I need to daze the boss. There's your problem. Yeah, that's not something that we can deal with. Quick works with the Zephyr Room. Maybe that's a combo that we should be thinking about. I was kind of hoping to get the armor granting Zephyr unit, but obviously that didn't happen. I mean, we're gonna win just off of this 1 Firebrand. They're insane. I mean, they're also giving themselves Rage 4 every time they get hit, which I forgot about. So we'll just, yeah, end turn. Okay, so do we want capacity or energy? I really do feel like with the number of units we have, energy is the important part here. Consume, sacrifice, draw a unit, and apply plus 40 attack, 0 energy. Multi-strike on a Hymnus. I think that seals the deal. I don't need more units, game. And I can't even apply reanimate. We have no mixers. It's like a naked Lazarus run. It's a Lazarus run without what makes Lazarus Lazarus? Okay, I don't need spell upgrades. My spells suck. So I think we'll just go left. Try to find maybe a free, not free, but one good relic. Valor, Rage, and Regen on a unit when I equip an Angel. Advance back enemy units. Draw a room card from your deck. I don't really care. I mean, Valor, Rage, and Regen equipping an Angel is something. I wonder if it'll be doubled from Dualism. Oh yeah, cheaper shops. It's like, why is everything a little bit more expensive than I thought it would be? Kanyo immediately lets me start purging cards. Rares, 1, 2, a little bit more health, meh. And then the banana would grant me some additional damage. Plus 10 attack, and then triple attack when the banana gets destroyed. So Firebrand would be doing 25 base, 45 base, but they're doing 150 after they get hit a few times. I think that's not necessary. I'm gonna take Kanyo so that I can start purging cards out of my deck. And I might as well, you know, have Orkai start blowing up more. So purge card. We can play Calcified Ember during combat. Otherwise, like, I don't know what to get rid of. Like, I know I want to remove things from this deck, I just don't know what I want to remove. You know what? We'll be fine for one more combat. -1 energy blows a little bit, but it's not too bad. He gets hard countered by my units as well, because I just hit so hard. So Firebrand. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to this unit's health and armor. It's just not necessary. Maybe a second Firebrand. Top floor Orkai, followed by maybe a meat hook. Dun, 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 dun. I don't want to stun enemies down here. I want to get hit, so play a top floor meat hook. I don't know where to play any of my other units, weirdly enough. You get hit with this, you get hit with this. I like killing that unit just off of the spikes. I appreciate that. You are probably gonna die when you move up. I'm not that worried about you. I do want the equipment out ASAP. So like, I will lose a little bit of Valor to get this equipment out. I think same thing with that, and then I'm just gonna keep buffing you because you're kind of like my big unit. We can give you some trample and rage now. And now everything is dead because that buff was very solid. You only picked up the 3 rage, it doesn't double, whatever. You know, I'll play you here just to get the gold. Orkai is just up there blowing up. He's not really doing that much. There you go. Might as well. God, what a busted unit. I love it. Who needs anything else in this deck right now when we have a multi-strike dualism Revenge Blade Angel? Surgical Strike. I have very much started to appreciate Surgical Strike. That is a good card. 7/7 on summon and reanimate. So we could reanimation lab Orakai, but it's slow. I'll take a surgical strike. Hey Chris, welcome. How you doing today? Deal damage to the attacker equal to this unit's health. That's not bad on Host Guard. We've got a big tank. He basically has spike 70, but it's a revenge trigger, so if we ever fight a silence unit, it won't work. Saturday is supposed to be Saturday. Yeah, things have changed. Problem is, I never really get around to playing him. He's just too expensive. 3 energy for a tank that, like, I could make a unit this strong just by upgrading him a couple of times. 3 energy for a tank is a little much. I still like the shield, but I guess if we have Orakai, it doesn't matter, right? He'll just blow up and kill enemies himself. Merchant of Arms, Merchant of Magic with removal. So, oh, outside of combat. Oh, I see. So I didn't get money by purging the garbage. I mean, if we go Merchant of Arms, I would just like to find like a good room. This room is not good enough, but like a better room might be nice for the firebrands. They don't have a benefit on shift, so it's not like I can play 2 firebrands, shift them with Imprisoned Zephyr and get value. Test Subject Alpha does work because he'll attack first, move to the front, tank the damage, and then another unit, another of my units will attack, move forward, and then gain armor, but then he'll never gain armor if he had Valor. I do like the alcove though, like maybe we can do something there, make an even better firebrand. We can pay for removal at the Merchant of Arms, and we can get a room, so I'm gonna come here. Revenge melee weakness, revenge valor. Eh. We don't need another unit, we don't need another tank. Void armament might be nice. Multi-strike and purge? It's just nice to have another multi-strike in the deck. I might even be able to make it work on Firebrand, but I'll admit that I really like that rage gain that we get. That rage, turns out, is giving us a ton of damage. If we could get, like, draw equipment and make it 0 at the beginning of combat, maybe we could take it and, like, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I just think 3 energy might be a little bit expensive. Multi-strike on a test subject, like, what are we looking to get out of that? 20 damage? 19 damage is enough. He doesn't need to do 40. It doesn't change anything. The only unit it makes sense on is the Firebrand. But we have equipment that we can give them already. So... I mean, I'll take it. Strike, apply Valor. Multi-strike 1, strike -1. This is what we're looking for. Cursed Twin Blade, Everlasting Light, merge equipment. Deploy, make it deployable. Where is it? There we go. Now we're talking. Now let me put that on my unit. Worthy Sacrifice. Cooldown 2, sacrifice, gain 3 energy. Add a copy of this unit to your hand that costs +1. Reanimate 3. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff here. I have taken Fecundity before when we had that mushroom build. I was able to get like 6 cluster kernels in my deck. Gaining energy on sacrifice would be nice if we had something in the deck that had reanimate, because then we could get energy when we needed it. But I do not have anything in the deck that actually has reanimate. Or a Kai, but I can't give him that ability. So we might just go reanimate, put that on the firebrand, get reanimate 6 going on. Which sounds pretty damn dope, doesn't it? Like, we are pretty much building 1 unit at this rate. Nothing else made sense. Nothing else made sense. Let's purge. We're gonna purge. I don't know. We don't need this many firebrands. But I like 3 of them because that's 1 per floor. Dude, I don't know. Just go? I don't think anything's gonna make it past our first floor is the thing. 150 health when they move up a floor. Units will move up a floor at the beginning of combat here because I can't kill them fast enough, but I might accept a little bit of pyre damage just so that we can get 200 gold from this. This is gonna take like 1 turn and then everything's gonna die. I think we just do that. I think that's our play. Now you're only taking 83. And I can't really kill you. This is not a good, like, turn 2 draw. You weren't the good firebrand either. I did kind of mess up there playing you. Let's play you. Your shift isn't going to be able to kill this guy fast enough. But as expected, he's the only one making it up. Everyone else is dead. Yep. So do I accept you making it up? Or, dude, void armaments gives us another 60 damage. It gets real close. 129. If I daze you, do you think you'll heal? Probably. Valor, that'll give you an extra 8 damage. God, we're so close. 15 damage does it. Hold on. Get out of here. It took a minute. There we go. And I guess, you know, at this point, Orokai is starting to do a decent amount of damage. Why does he have Valor 36? And reanimate 2? Oh, you're striking, giving him Valor, right. Hold on a second, why? Dualism. Oh, it's normally Valor 1. I'm looking for Valor 4 and Valor 2 on the card to be in asterisks, which indicates that it is, in fact, being affected by dualism. But it is being affected by dualism, it's just kind of hard to see. Understood. Let's get you out so I can get your equipment. So, like, would we rather have Valor 2 or Rage 4 with Trample? I like the Valor because it does make the unit tankier and it helps units behind. So we could actually do double Firebrand on a floor and get value out of it, and then the Twisted Back could just go on the one behind. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, is of course what we're gonna do. Yeah, okay. So that's what we need to thin this deck up in order to accomplish. 151 Valor, 171, 191. That's a lot. Mix twice, slay, gain, reanimate. Also could be really good, but we have equipment that we're giving out already. But, you know, slay, reanimate on Quickie. Well, everything's gonna die on the floor with The multi-strike. We don't care. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 3 times this unit's health and armor. Nah. And dare I say, maybe we don't even need unit upgrades. We could. I don't think we need it. I might be better off just duplicating another Firebrand, getting something else in front on another floor. We can have Firebrand, 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 and that's just all of our floors of Firebrands. Get another Death Metal Hymnist, duplicate another one of those in the deck as well, and then we have a lot of energy if we go for an energy relic. Again, just play all of our expensive units and then just end turn. Not a bad idea. Let's go for a Merchant of Trinkets. Valor 2 in the front of a room. Permanent +6 health at the end of battle. Spells get an extra upgrade slot. I think this is a skip. Valor 2 is nice, but we're applying Valor 40 per turn, right? Who cares about 2 on 1 unit every turn? And then +6 health permanently. It admittedly is nice, but assuming that they can live through 30. Which is a problem. Right, melee weakness is going to be problematic. So if I take Martyr's Signet, we'll have +12 health when we get there, 42 HP instead of +30. But we'll reanimate, what does it matter? Reroll. When a friendly unit dies, gain Rage 7. When you gain Valor, gain more. Gain Rage 7, I love it. I'm gonna dupe a It's either a Firebrand with Reanimate or a Death Metal Hymnist, I think. Or we could dupe Merged Equipment, but I don't think we need that much. Trample Rage can be fine. We don't need a second one of those. I guess Void Armament, if I could start purging some units now, might be acceptable. We'll focus on duplicating units later, I think. I just wanted a second Death Metal Hymnist, because that's important to draw quick if you can. So Firebrand, Equipment. I'll put another Firebrand behind you. Orakai can come up like here, and then you can tank for him. Death Metal is perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. You're gonna gain damage shield. I do not care. You're just gonna haste your way up here and then die anyways. I guess Orakai can go in front. He has the 1 reanimate. Okay. As expected, you're dead. Funnily enough, this is not the time to play Void Armament, even though I have nothing else in hand that I would care to do, like care to play. Yeah, I think that's acceptable. I think we're taking 40 damage. I guess I could attack you for 4, which would give you Valor. And then also, I think you would still live, 22. Yeah, you would still be fine. Give you the armor. The multi-strike is going crazy. Now you're gonna start gaining Valor yourself. I have enough reanimate that I can tank this. So let's just, yeah, give some lifesteal to her, why not? As soon as we get the unit that I wanted, twisted back, you can go there, you can go there, dump this. I need to get some other units out so that I can start purging them. I really do have too much that I have in the deck. I need to start purging garbage. Sure, I'll give you a second stack of that. Like, I think that 3-cost tank unit needs to go. Like, he's just too expensive. Test subject can at least, like, be quick. I guess at this point, it's not bad to move him down because he could just be another unit, but he's also not really doing that much damage. He's just kind of there. So let's get him out of the deck. He does not need to be here. Yeah, I can void armaments him, move him down to the bottom, and as long as he gets hit enough, he will die. Although we are doing 1,000 damage per turn. I don't think I can kill him fast enough. That is very strange. Like, quite honestly, he will live. I guess end turn. Final wave. Ah, you know what? No, we got tanks in front. Okay, so give him this. Move him down. Perfect. Excellent. End turn. So he's now going to be getting wiped from the deck. Don't want him. Hey, Cork, welcome. Happy Sunday indeed. Sacrifice, transfer buffs and debuffs to the front friendly unit. Could work really well by allowing us to transfer Reanimate and Valor from one firebrand to another, but that doesn't seem really like what we need. It would keep the unit alive, but I don't want to move Valor away from the unit being the tank, and the unit behind is still a multi-striker doing a lot of damage. Although to be able to coalesce all of that Valor onto a single unit is not bad, but maybe apply Reanimate, Spike of the League, Consume. Nah, like, you've got Reanimate 6. I'm just gonna dupe her in a minute anyways. I'm gonna go to probably this duplication at Merchant of Steel. We do some last minute upgrades, get another one of them on the field, so we have 2 for the Seraphite at the very least. Zoom, apply X, Reanimate. Apply 3X Valor. I think I'm just gonna skip and take more energy. Merchant of Arms, Merchant of Magic with removal. We don't need arms. We have enough weapons. Magic's more important. Let's see what we can get. I don't know what I'm gonna be looking for. I guess a better, cheaper surgical strike is fine. Remove Consume on Liquid Courage? Nah. Permafrosting on a Daze might be acceptable. We could also damage shield twice at the beginning of combat, which would help us a lot for dealing with the melee weakness that comes in. That wouldn't be too bad. Or we could double daze at the beginning of combat, which is probably not what we need. Yeah, let's do a double Liquid Courage. At the very least, we could always just put Valor 10 on one of our units that we like. Let me start purging. I think at this point we do need to start purging. We need to go a little bit deep on this. So purge that, purge the advance on Strike Room. I always take it and then never use it. Pseudoscience is pretty trash. Without being able to control what you get out of it, pseudoscience is pretty bad. We don't need 2 blood suits, probably. And I don't think we need 2 test subjects, so I'm gonna remove the one that has the buff to damage, because the other one, if we're going to a Merchant of Steel, maybe I can still upgrade it slightly. Unstable 18, reanimate, you're doing a little bit more damage every time you blow up. I'll remove the... Let's keep both Horrifies. And let's dump a... maybe we do dump a Horrify. And then dump a bad Firebrand. Because if we dupe a good Firebrand, we'll just have another one of those in the deck. Our deck is thin. 19 cards at this point, that's not too bad. You gain stats, you don't matter. You apply corruption, you don't matter. You add garbage, you don't matter. None of you matter. Archetype says, it's like the good old days when I was streaming on Sundays, you mean? I can always do it more. I'd rather not, though. I kind of like having the weekends. It's nice to have a weekend off. Okay, turn 1 might be the only difficult part. Ah, never mind. You're all dead. And then we definitely want Twisted back. I don't know how we're going to be able to get Twisted back. You know what? We can play a Precision Strike on it. Boom, boom, chomp, 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 chomp. Just chop them all up. And then you can take this. Should we get rid of Demonic Fledgling? Like, he just doesn't matter. So there you go. I'm such a little stinker, aren't I? Just get him out of the deck. I don't want him. You can take some Windblade. Taste my blade. I have 5 cards in my deck right now. One of my friends streams on Sundays, so it could become a hard choice as Arcatraz. Sniffle. It's a choice? We're doing fine. We have 119 Valor. Surgical Strike's not doing anything. I guess Vampire's Tooth can go on... can go on you? Like, once we play all of our cards, having just a Horrify in the deck is kind of nice, honestly. Ashen Rand, welcome as well. Hello. I don't have enough energy for Death Metal if I don't want to take damage, though, which is fine. Good, you're all dead. End turn. And just do this, and then end turn. Pretty much like an automatic run at this point. You just play your Vengeful Shards and press end turn. I was wondering how they died. Oh right, the trample. I think I might want a mixer, but I just don't think it's necessary at all. But we could start like getting days from the mixer, and considering we go down to 0 cards in the deck, having something we can play with the 2 shards is fine. Shift, gain melee weakness. We'll just keep purging a few cards out of the deck, and then that's gonna be our deck, our entire deck. Valor 5. Summon a random unit from your deck on each floor. No, not what we want. A Hymnist applies Valor 5. We only really summon 1, so it's not really a great combo. We don't have units without upgrades. Well, hold on, we do. Death Metal Hymnist. But they're gonna die to the sweep, because we're not quick. So we have to horrify the sweepers, or Mixology. Or, if we draw one early, Liquid Courage can give them some damage shield. Yeah, okay, that's the problem. I'm realizing too now, if we don't have a reanimate on the bottom floor behind this Firebrand, then a sweeper might kill the second Firebrand in the list. So I think we need to have Firebrand, both Firebrands at the bottom with reanimate, and then we need the Death Metal Hymnist ideally drawn immediately and then just given damage shield. And then Mixology days, we can keep them alive that way. But I like this to make them cheaper if we don't upgrade them. And deployment energy is really nice. And more mixing. Okay, I like that. We do have a multi-strike we can toss, excuse me, toss in. If I upgrade them, they become 4 energy. It's not great. But we have 5 energy per turn. It's not too bad. The Firebrands are going to be the thing that tank for the entirety of the Titan fight. They're going to be at the front. The Corruption's not going to kill them. They're going to gain more health than Corruption. Now, the Rager might gain more Rage and Multi-Strike as he moves up, but we can daze him. And we can maybe sap him. So he's not as problematic because we are Lazarus League. So the question is, do I want to maybe make a Death Metal Hymnist a little worse? I think the answer is no. Like, I think I just want to reroll. Maybe if we get, like, I was gonna say reanimate, might be kind of nice. Test subject with quickness is pretty much, or with large stone is pretty much what I was gonna suggest is what I want. You can live for a few turns, sweeping, doing some damage. The fewer the cards, the higher the theory crafting. Kind of. Are the vendors all blood related? Maybe they're just, you know, just cats in this universe. Insert any RPG with like little penguin looking dudes and no one in the universe questions it. It's like, oh no, they're just, you know, penguins. Yes, they speak English. Or Japanese, one or the other. I don't think I need to reanimate him. I think I can keep him alive. I'd rather him cost 3 energy. I think we'd purge. Like, I don't need healing. I don't need a void armament at this point, because I don't want my units to be purged. And I don't need I don't really need surgical strike either. Although it is really nice if we can kill, you know, one of the sweepers with it. That's completely acceptable. I don't really need Windblade. Gain Valor? Like, well, I guess I could put it on a Firebrand on another floor. That's fine. What else would we prefer to get rid of? Penitent Bloodsuit? You know what? Get that out of the deck. It's a little late. Then I will large stone a... I might just large stone Meat Hook because I think his ability is good enough, but let's do a subject. And you know what? Meat Hook, have a little bit of HP. We have an 18 card deck. We have 11 deployment energy, so we can play pretty much whatever we want. Yoink. You're not killing me. You are sweeping. That is admittedly a bit of a problem. We didn't draw the unit that we wanted, so we are taking a lot of damage. However, Surgical Strike will save us a little bit of damage. I can also give you some damage shield to stop you taking damage. Does Liquid Courage, does the damage shield stop melee weakness? I don't think it does. I think it used to in a very, in one form of the game it was bugged to do so. Now I don't think it does it anymore. How are you living? Reanimate, of course. I can't believe we're actually hitting for 500. Okay, I think we definitely kill you. I think we mix. Actually, melee weakness I like here because it still doesn't kill you in the back. How? 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 Liquid Courage I might want to save so we can play it on the Death Metal Hymnist, because right now it's gonna be Horrify is the thing that keeps him alive. Since we didn't draw exactly what we wanted to draw there. Hopefully Seraph comes down to the middle floor. Yeah, although I think every other turn they have a sweeper, so if there's no sweeper next turn, then he should be fine. Let's get Calcified Ember out of the deck. We don't need Liquid Courage right now. We have enough like reanimates, we should be fine. So I will just hit you, end turn. There we go. Scaled our damage a lot. There are sweepers, hey, that's not what I wanted to see. Well, if we can't keep them alive, then we're gonna wait. That's all there is to it. So let's play a Twisted Assistant because we do want him to get us equipment. Windblade's not gonna do too much. I guess I could play a multi-striker up here. We still have one in the deck. We only need one on the bottom floor eventually. They're living. Oh, dude, but they live to make it up a floor, which is real problematic. Okay, Surgical Strike. You might just die when you move up, which is totally fine. Surgical Strike. Surgical Strike. Death Metal Hymnist lives. There we go. Now we're killing everything. You get the Trample and Rage. Horrify, I think we need to save to kill the 50 health sweepers. So we will instead just wound you, take 1 damage. Well, take 5, because you were hitting the middle floor anyways. 129. If I play both of these, I could keep Meat Hook alive. A Horrify doesn't because of the rage that you gained, right? Understandable. Could also, again, horrify the 50, and then death metal lives. He lives! Let's see what we get with the mixer. What do we need out of the mixer? I don't know. Reanimate. Reanimate, or... You can't daze with the mixer, so I don't know what we're looking for. But reanimate works. Ah, perfect. Perfect. Then we can just daze you. Excellent. If I give you a couple of damage, even one damage shield makes you live. Beautiful. We're not taking any damage on the pyre. Let's give another damage shield to maybe the death metal hymnist. Well, you're more important. Let's give one to you. And let's get the test subject alpha down. If he takes a shot from Seraph, I'm happy. I'll take 2 damage, I don't care. This is gonna be a bit of a weird Titan fight as well, but as long as we can keep our units alive for a couple of turns, we should gain enough valor that it's not gonna matter. That's the dream, anyways. So we're drawing 5 cards per turn. 1 energy, 2 energy, 3 energy. Yeah, that's not what I was hoping for. I just can't get sap out of this, I guess. I guess I'll daze you, because I'm just gonna draw it next turn anyways. That's how this works. We have 2,000 damage down here on this floor. No one's gonna die. I'm not worried about this. I do think that the sap is not gonna matter since he's here with the rage. No, but it doesn't matter anyways because we're not taking any damage now. So we could just we could let this become stronger and eventually melee weakness the hell out of you. I think what I'm gonna do instead is just try to go for another healing mixer that gives me reanimate. Instead of that, what we might do is go for a damage shield, which is fine. Let's, I don't even want to daze you, I want to get hit, so we'll hold on to all of this, I guess. Because damage shield, reanimate, and a bunch of sap and daze, they all functionally accomplish the same thing, which is stopping the enemy from killing my units, right? So I could play damage shield to keep him alive. I could play daze to daze an enemy and keep my units alive. I could try to go for a reanimate mixer to keep him alive. I think in this situation, a daze blocks 2 hits from this guy. And we're good, and turn. Champion has 100 unstable, which is, you know, something. It's helping, I guess. Daze you. What do you give Titan Skin? Who cares? See, now I want melee weakness. Okay, well, I didn't get too much of that. But whatever. All right, so Seraph ended up being pretty straightforward. Clong, 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 clong. We're hitting for like 3,000 damage per turn. So I have a feeling that the... Hello? The train lurches to a stop and you find yourself once again before an ornate table. However, this time the cards are gone and in its place is a strange red square made of plastic and metal and a box with a strange window placed behind it. A glowing image appears in the window. It's a face that looks slightly familiar. Glad you found your way back. You're a lot smarter than you look. Here, I burned some copies for you. Interesting. Is this because we got the event early and we hit the Titans? Is it because we played the unit a bunch? Maybe it's because we just played the unit a bunch of times. Or because we duplicated the card. I don't know. Okay, so we can get Worthy Sacrifice and summon out a copy. Yes? This seems amazing. Can we put it on the same card? We can. Wait, what? This is... Wait. Really? Well, that's the first time I've ever had that show up. We have, like, unlimited energy on playing those cards now, because they all have reanimate anyways. That seems broken. Wait a minute, that's the whole point. I get it now. Okay. Well, we still need to do this the way that we would normally do it. So, Firebrand gets buffed, gets another Firebrand, which doesn't need to be an endless one. We can play like this one here. We can play this one here. And then let's... Orakai will live for a couple of turns. And then we, why is the Weasel a computer? It's Inscription. It's the Inscription event. Meathook will daze, which I actually like. But we do need a tank out there. Maybe we can just play it here and then daze the big guy as he moves up. Which is not a horrible idea. And then we want Death Metal Hymnist. And we want Windblade. And then we can also gain energy by just clicking this button, and it doesn't kill our unit because they have 6 lives. That's really good. That's like really, really good. I do need to, you're gonna die unless I play something up here. I do need to get a Firebrand up here to tank this damage, I think. But I guess we could play a test subject for now. And then do we want to play Windblade, Horrify? I think we do. I think I want a Windblade here to give you Valor every turn. I think we want to dump Horrify and daze you, because the longer we can daze you, the less rage you're gonna have. And then with some damage shield, let's put that on... I just don't think it matters. Let's put it on you and you so you guys live. Just in case something sneaks through. The Dominion is not gonna kill my Pyre. Dominion, you are barking up the wrong tree on this run. Okay, so we want a I'll play a Firebrand later. Daze him again. I do want your equipment. Surgical Strike does nothing, unless I want to kill my own unit, which this is actually a really good turn for it. We want to play a spell. I do need to get some more Firebrands out of the deck. We have so much like capacity problem is what we have. We can play a Death Metal. And then I guess just end turn. We don't have to ever play that Firebrand if we don't want, but if we want to, you know, we just have extra copies. Why not? If we have the room for it. Why are you dying? Oh, we didn't shuffle through the deck as much as I thought we would. It's troublesome. Honestly, though, if we... Sap's not going to keep you alive. If we lose the Death Metal Hymnist, it's not that bad. He's not really accomplishing that much. Okay, well, he is going to die. Like, I think we have enough multi-strike that it doesn't really matter if he's getting hit. We do enough damage that it doesn't really matter if he's getting hit. I guess if we have a big sap, we could just sap you. Yeah, the garbage being added to my deck does interrupt my draw that I've been building around to a degree. So we'll put down another Firebrand. And then we will play this and play this. And I would like the Mixology, so I will, you're out of lives. How interesting. I guess you're not taking as much damage as I would like you to take. Let's sack you so we can play Mixology. Reanimate is always happy to have in the back pocket. And then we end our turn. Fun run, and that's a really fun combination of upgrades to get on our unit that we had with Reanimate. Now we can kill them at any point in time to get a whole bunch of energy. Now you are dying, which is problematic. Gaining corruption every turn. Let's play this. I guess we probably want to daze you. Oh, well, you have the daze. Yoink. You are slowly building Valor, but you're constantly dying as you are building Valor. Maybe I shouldn't have killed you the first time, which cost you quite a bit. Because I think Worthy Sacrifice removes all the armor, if I'm not mistaken. Let me keep you dazed, and I'll sap because it does not matter. You will never die. You have enough Valor that nothing can kill you. Again, this is really just us biding our time until Dominion dies. We want to Firelight. I guess we'll never run out of Firebrands. That's the thing. If one dies, we could just bring them back. We'd prefer that they didn't, because we do need them to stack up more armor and Valor. Let's reanimate, regen, and regen. Not really what I was hoping for, but that's okay. No room. Play this. You don't matter. You don't matter. Come on! Stop trying to hit me and hit me. Stop trying to kill me and kill me. I do only have 5 reanimates. You're dying. Valor and corruption. I might just have to give you a bunch of reanimate to keep you going. Which I think I'm fine doing. I do need you to live after all. I love dazing him, because he just doesn't gain any rage when you're dazing him. What do we got here? You're dead. No, you're not. You are slowly healing, and you have a couple of reanimates. The problem is you don't have reanimate, but you do have 95 Valor, so you can't go below 95 HP. Unstable in Rage. Well, Rage can give us damage shield. That's what I like about it. And actually, a lifesteal is not bad either. I do not need energy, so I don't need to kill my units. Again, just waiting for Dominion to die at this point. You dead yet? You are! Beautiful. That was fun. And I liked seeing the synergy there with having all 3 of those sigils, which I guess is going to be really rare to get. I don't know if it happened because we fought the Titans or because we played the card several times or what. That's a new encounter for me. Either way, though, if I could figure out how to replicate that, getting all of those sigils is a lot of fun, especially if you put it on a small, cheap unit or a really good unit, which you're probably gonna do. Nice. What do we do now? I'm running out of space here, and half of these patients aren't even for me. Where's Mary? We need more hands. Sorry. Where's Mary? We need more hands. I'm here, but I'm out of supplies you asked for. I'm out of the supplies you asked for, and there's a line of patients out the door. Guys, one of the patients just exploded in the clinic room. What in the blazes is going on here? Master Orkai, we have a little situation. There are too many patients, and some of them have issues we don't know how to fix. All right. All of you step aside. I'm taking over this operation. I gave you some infernal antacid. Should get rid of your heartburn. And you, just as I thought, mushroom spore allergies. I'll give you a bit of Lazarus serum. Should help with the sniffles. And you don't need a deep cleaning. You were just born with golden teeth. Really? Wow, I've hit a gold mine. You don't want to, don't rip your teeth out and sell them, please. And that was all of them. Honestly, what would you all do without me? Thank you, Master. We're really sorry. It's just things get so chaotic very quickly. It's not like I have a choice, is it? If I leave it to you lot, everything would be in shambles by morning. Hooray! Master Orikai's back. Now back to work, all of you little scamps. The chaos, the adrenaline. Now that I missed. Who needs peace and quiet anyways? All right. For now, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support the channel at the various links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train 2.